Okay, Aquarius, this is going to be your Equinox seasonal reading. I'm going to do just a beginning, middle, and end for you. And then at the end, we're just going to do a couple cards for you as teacher or anchor cards to use throughout the season. Okay, so in the beginning of the season, you're going to be represented by the Moon card. Something that you've been working with at the beginning here with someone that you have a relationship with in the past, whether that's someone you still know or someone that might be a little estranged from, I'm not sure. But the Moon card is really showing that you are having some foggy ideas about, you know, how did things end, or how are things now? Just a little bit shaky on understanding what the reality is in this situation. You know, the path in the Moon card is really about, like, there is a way forward, but you have to be willing to not be able to see every piece of it, to not know that you have every single step exactly how you know it will be in front of you. What you really can see is just what's right ahead of you. This is going to move you into the Two of Cups energy. So something about this bit of confusion that you're working through is going to put you in a new understanding of how you relate one-on-one to someone. And this may be, with the Moon card in the center, something that's more general in how you interact with most other people, I would say. So this is some kind of working through of how you relate to people on a one-on-one basis, and you're seeing it through the lens of this person you knew before. So something that you're tinkering with in your mind is really pointing you to a new understanding of how you operate in that one-on-one sense. That's going to push you into the middle of the season, which is the Knight of Swords is what you're represented by. So something about this very emotional, maybe a little heavy feeling that you're moving into the beginning of the season with is going to put you in this very action-oriented mindset for the middle of the season. Knight of Swords, you're really looking to make some moves, and who doesn't want to move fast sometimes, especially moving from that moon, the moon energy that can feel very molasses slow when you're not sure how things are going to shake out. Moving into this Knight of Swords, you're really interested in forging ahead. Coming from this Two of Wands energy, something is part of a bigger plan for you. Something is part of your wider goals that you are really looking to plug back into, I would say, with the Two of Wands being the before. It's something that you're like, okay, all that confusion aside, or all that confusion along with, I still want to get my stuff done. I still want to, pursue my passion. And this Ace of Wands energy really, I think, is pointing to that, like, maybe this was something that you had the ideas for before and you worked on a little bit, but as you move into the Ace, it's really like, no, this is the thing. This is what I want to work on. So you get really motivated in this middle of the season. And then as we move into the end of the season, you're represented by the Queen of Pentacles. So something about this, like, really idea pursuit focus middle of the season has put you into a queen space in Pentacles, where you are looking to provide and understand what needs to happen in your practical inner and outer life, to make plans for how you, moving out of the Five of Pentacles energy, I would say from Five to Queen is really about looking how you can provide for yourself and create the environment that's really putting away ideas of scarcity. And then as you move forward, you've got the Seven of Cups. So this is really opening, I think, the implications for you of, you know, as I set up this system for my daily life, as I set up this system for how I take care of things in my, you know, physical realm, this is opening up a lot of options for me as far as what kind of, you know, emotional path do I want to take? What kind of, you know, I can set up, I'm a very resource as the Queen of Pentacles, you know, what kind of emotional, spiritual potentials are there for me? And just feeling like the field is wide open for you as you move forward. And something about that points me to back to this bit of confusion at the moon level. And that something about that has moved forward. You're at the 7 now, past the 6. But something about these practical pursuits and this vision pursuit that you've had has really still, it's still bringing forward this idea of the emotional needs to come along with at the same time. It's not something that you really can Knight of Swords your way out of, or you know, do all the work and do things fast so that you can avoid that. It's really coming along with you to be considered and to be understood and to ultimately make a decision upon with the 7. Let me grab 3 more cards just to give you some anchors or teacher cards throughout these situations in the season. Okay, we've got the 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups again, and the 4 of Pentacles. So there is something that is emotional, maybe spiritual, that really is wide open, maybe even in an overwhelming sense for you at the end of the season. And the 4 of Swords and Pentacles on both sides of that, I think, are really pointing to that there are mental schemes and practical schemes that are really need to take a sideline to this 7 of Cups situation. Not that they are not involved in it, but they are, they need to be a little more stable for you to figure out the 7 of Cups situation. So I would say if you are doing in order to avoid some emotional confusion, I would look back to that Moon card and know that progress is possible, but you can't expect to get the roadmap in your hand. In order to do it, you really need to be able to move through the uncertainty and move through the fogginess by looking at, with the 7 of Cups, looking at What resonates with you on that spiritual level? What resonates with you in your emotions, and being curious about that? There are truly so many options that it's really about being curious about what resonates for you and you alone.